If you want to see Jesus clearly, you need to be amazed by Jesus. Here's what he says. I want to look verse at 25 again. It says, then Jesus laid his hands on his eyes, and again he opened his eyes, and his sight was restored, and he saw everything clearly. You know, sometimes we can read verses like this, and the tendency is that we're just going to rush past it real fast. We're like, oh, okay, there's the blind man. Big deal. You know, Jesus healed a blind man. All right, he's healed a lot of people. Why is this of any significance? Only 5 verses. Not really going to cut into my devotional time. Let's just keep moving forward. And oftentimes we would skip this, but just like the magic eye, if we don't lean in, look to, focus on, we're going to miss something that is underneath that is actually very significant. But my fear is this, is that we can become so familiar with Jesus that we cease to be amazed by him. If you think about it, you're like, well, what's the big deal about healing a blind man? In fact, Jesus heals blind men all the time. This is the first time in Mark. He's going to do it again in a couple of chapters. But the number one miracle that Jesus performs more than any other miracle is healing blind people. Right? 7 times in the Gospels, Jesus is recorded as healing blind people. It's his favorite miracle to do. Well, what's the big deal about that? Do you know how many people in the Old Testament were healed of blindness? 0. They had considered it impossible. That it was a disease that was incurable. If you were blind, you were blind for the rest of your life. There's nothing they could do. There's no healing that would be available for you. It's impossible. And then Jesus comes along and Jesus does the impossible. They didn't think that anyone could ever be cured. But there was a couple of prophecies in the book of Isaiah about a man who is going to come from God, the promised Messiah, and only the Messiah would be able to open the eyes of the blind. And then here they are. The Messiah is right in front of them. And in these 5 verses, Jesus fulfills the messianic prophecies about him being the one who is going to open the eyes of the blind. And then Jesus comes, and then Jesus does it. And you guess what the disciples' response was? Nothing. They witnessed something that no one in the history of the world had ever seen, and they have failed to be amazed by him because they were so familiar with him. They ceased to be amazed by him. Do you think the blind man was amazed?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, I see people and they look like people. This is amazing. Do you think the people who brought the man to Jesus, they were like, he did it. Took a little spit, but he got it done. Do you think they were a little amazed by Jesus? Oh, they were amazed by Jesus. And then the disciples, here's what they see. They see the Messiah in front of them. They see the miracle in front of them. They see Jesus in front of them. And they have become so familiar, they've ceased to be amazed by him. Just another healing. What's the big deal? Jesus does this stuff all the time. Just another miracle. Let's say Tuesday. I think that's his miracle day. This is just what happens when you follow Jesus. I mean, but how many times have we ceased to be amazed by him too? How many times you're like, well, just church on Sunday. What's the big deal about that? Just community group. Just prayer. Just Bible reading. Just Wednesday night, first Wednesday prayer meeting, not a big deal. It's just first week of the month, we pray as a church. That's just how it is, Have you become so familiar with Jesus that you have ceased to be amazed by him? If you want to see Jesus clearly, you have to be amazed by him. Are you amazed by Jesus? I mean, how can you think about Jesus and not be amazed by him? I mean, just think about it. He is the creator of the universe, become a man, entered into human history, lived the life that you never could live, died the death that you deserve in your place for your sins, takes upon himself all of the wrath and the punishment of God, and then as he is buried, resurrects after 3 days, conquering Satan, sin, hell, death, and the grave, giving you hope, giving you grace, giving you mercy, giving you redemption, and then he ascends to the right hand of the Father, where he gives you the Holy Spirit. How can you not be amazed by that? Every Every time you think, I'm saved, how can you not think that's amazing? That your past has been forgiven, that he's given you a new future, a new destiny, a new direction, a new life. How can that not be amazing to you? That the worst day of your life is not even credited to you, and then the best day of Jesus' life has been given for you. How can you not be amazed by that? How can you not sit your feet on the ground every morning you wake up, take breath in your lungs, and realize he's given you another day? How can you take that for granted? How can you not be amazed by that? How can you cease to be amazed by what Jesus does? He gives you the Holy Spirit, spiritual gifts to enable you through his power to change the world. He's given you a church with everyone in this room who used to be strangers, but now they're family. He's given you the Bible, the authoritative word of God for your life, so you don't have to guess who he is. He speaks directly to you. He listens to your prayers. I mean, he's given you everything you need. How can you just come to church and say, oh, it's just church again? How can you be a Christian and not be amazed by Jesus?